everyone. Robert Ferringo of Doc Sports here with your Friday free play video. Joining me as always is Raphael Esparza. Remember, if you like what you see and hear in this video, be sure to check out our YouTube channel for Doc Sports for plenty of other free play videos across a variety of sports. If you are interested in getting signed up, take advantage of the free $60 account link that we are giving you above and below in the body of this video, and use that $60 for free picks and free service in any sport for any handicapper that you like. So we are talking college basketball, and today, Raphael, I'm not going to lie, today's college basketball card kind of sucks. You know, Friday is kind of the down day of college basketball. Used to be that you would only get Ivy League action on Friday, but now we've seen the Atlantic 10 and the Big 10 try and fill that void and juice that TV money. What's your approach to Friday? Friday used to be an off day for many, many years, unless you were really, really into the Ivy League. But how do you play that? Do you save your bullets for Saturday's action, or do you like diving into this small Friday card?
It all depends what the numbers come out. I mean, you're going to get value if there's a small Ivy League game. I just remember working in the book during an NBA All-Star break, and there's only 2 or 3 Ivy League games, no NBA, maybe 5 NHL games, and you were just bored out of your mind waiting to put up the college basketball numbers for Saturday because there's no football. This is, for me, it's almost like Christmas because you get a little bit more college basketball games than back in the old days when it was only Ivy League playing and Brown versus Yale, and the number hasn't moved, and you look on your screen, you only took $500 on that game, and it's getting ready to tip off. So for me, any extra games on Friday is always a plus. But I think there's a good, I think 3 to 4 games that have value on today's game. So I'm a big believer. I'm like, I'm going to save my bullets to the weekend or to Thursday's card, Saturday's card. If you have a bullet and you like that bullet, shoot it now.
That I agree with you on. My big thing is that, to your point, people get bored and they will bet games just because there's nothing else on, when sometimes the smart play is to just take a day, take a breath, wait for better numbers. I agree with you. If there's value, fire away. Could be in the Ivy League, could be in the WAC. Doesn't matter. If there's a weak number, you take advantage, but never ever bet just because you're bored, or bet just to bet. All right, first game of the night, starting at 5 o'clock. Gotta tell you, I love these early tips now too. We're getting those 4, 5, 5:30, 6 o'clock games. Love it. Love having something to turn on during dinner to watch. Tonight, it's going to be Butler at St. John's. Johnny's coming off a big win their last time out. They were able to get their stud point guard, Posh Alexander, back. He's not at 100%. He came off the bench in the last game. But I was a little surprised to see this number come out as high as it was. I believe it opened at 8.5, 9. It has since been bet down. Butler, a 7.5 point favorite. Raphael, what do you think of this Big East matchup?
Yeah, I was just drooling at the mouth when I saw 9, 8.5, and then I just couldn't get my computer turned on or refreshed quick enough to try to get that number. But quickly, it was bye, because that number was nowhere to be found in a blink of an eye. I still think there is value with Butler, even though the Johnnies you said are playing well. They got their stud back, but he's not 100%. Is he going to come off the bench again? Is he going to start this game? I think he starts, probably still gets limited minutes. I think just way too high. Like we saw a couple of games we talked on our Thursday's show. I think this game right here, Circle, is just a little bit too high. The Johnnies, I thought that I made them around 6 point favorite, 7, 7.5. Make sure you shop around because there's some 7s popping up right now. Get that 7.5 number. I think there's value with Butler.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by this. I made this number around 5.5, 6. I'm normally not this far off. I think the books are maybe overreacting to Posh Alexander coming back. St. John's is in a prime letdown spot here. Yes, they came off one of their best games of the year. They went on the road, beat a very good Xavier team by 13 points. But Butler's been playing much, much better basketball of late. They've kind of figured some things out. Their last 6 games have all been decided by 6 points or less. 5 of the 6 games have been decided by 3 points or less. So they're playing everybody tight. St. John's has been an underachiever all season long. I don't think I trust them laying this many points. So, all right, what I think is the best game on the board is the one we're going to talk about next, and that's Richmond at VCU. This Virginia triangle, this area doesn't get a lot of love in terms of intensity of the rivalries, but let me tell you, I've been watching these games for a lot of years. This rivalry is as intense as anything that you're going to find anywhere in college basketball. VCU is a great home team, great home court advantage. I was a little surprised to see this number come in as small as it is, with VCU as just a 2.5-point favorite. Raphael, what's your thoughts on this matchup?
Yeah, some threes are popping up. This one will close around 3. I think the home team will get to a lot, and it will probably move because I see a lot of money line bets coming in on VCU if they're 2.5. Why bet the 2.5? Just take the money line and take the minus 160, minus 165, depending on what your book has out there. This will be a solid 3. I love the total on this one. I pounded it when it opened up at 130.5 last night. I bet it again this morning. I think we're going to see a lot of points. It's going to be a tight game. So when there's a tight game of a rivalry game, we're going to have free throws at the end of the game, most likely, because I don't see a blowout. I don't see a double-digit win from either team. I would see probably anywhere between 4, 5, or 6-point win on whoever wins, because I'm not saying it's an easy W for VCU. The Spiders can come out and win this game. They've won in this stadium, in this arena before. They know how to play here. Free throws will decide this game. Free throws will push the total to go over as well. I can't wait to watch this game. This one's fun. Who needs Boston Red Sox and New York Yankees? We got Richmond and VCU tonight.
I'm telling you, if you've never watched this matchup, turn it on tonight. It's going to be intense in that arena. The home team has dominated in this series, 7-2 against the spread in the last 9 between these two. The favorite has dominated, 7-3 against the spread. Both of these teams come into this game playing very, very well. Richmond has won 7 of 9. VCU has won 4 straight, 7 of 8. These are two teams that are going to be very, very dangerous in March. And they're playing their best basketball right now. So I agree with you. I think that this is going to be a very, very good game. I think it is going to make it into the 60s. And I like your play on the over here. All right, another rivalry game, another very good mid-major game right here. We have Ohio at Kent State. I know the MAC doesn't get a lot of love, but it's a real fun conference to bet and to watch. Kent State's on fire. They've won 7 straight. They're one of the hottest teams in the country right now. They've won 7 straight, both straight up and against the spread. Their last time out, they won as a 9-point underdog. They didn't just go into Toledo and beat the Rockets. They hammered the Rockets 72-59. Again, Kent State playing about as well as a team can in the MAC, but Ohio is probably the best team in the MAC. They've won 8 of 9 themselves. Have a little bit of an injury issue. Not sure if Jason Carter is going to suit up. Big time player for them. Raphael, thoughts on Ohio and Kent State?
Yeah, it's all about Carter for me. I love the Bobcats. I think they can easily win this game, but that's just huge question mark with Carter on there. I would wait to see if he plays or not before you bet this game. If he plays, how healthy is he going to be? But you said the Bobcats coming in winning 8 out of 9. Their offense can put up points quickly. Here's another tight game. Again, another free throws will probably win this game. I'm leaning towards the Flashes on this one just because of that big question mark for Ohio, but this one's going to be a fantastic. And who would have thought the Bobcats would be 21-4 right now coming in this late February already? This conference has been fun to watch all season long. But I'm sure people don't know because they're too busy watching the SEC, the Big Ten, all these other conferences. They sleep on these good conferences that could beat your team in a tournament.
Yeah, you mentioned Carter. It really is all about him. So they lost their point guard, do-it-all Jason Preston last year. They brought 4 starters back from last year's team that went to the NCAA tournament. I believe they won a game in the NCAA tournament as well, maybe 2. Lose Preston, but they bring back Carter, and they haven't missed a beat. So this is a really talented team. Should be a very good game. This is a no play for me just because I'm not going to bet against the streak. And as we both pointed out, real sketchy with the injury details with college basketball. It's one of the most challenging aspects of betting college basketball is you don't get the same level of injury information that you do in something like that. NFL, NHL, NBA, all these other primetime sports. So, all right, that's it. That's all we got. We had 3 games that we're going to talk about. Raphael, you got a free play for the peeps?
I'm going to go with the game right now we just got talking about. And I'm going to go with under because I don't think Carter is going to play. And if he does, how healthy is that leg? So I think the total was just a tad too high. Last 3 games that Kent, the Flashes have played, all 3 of them have gone under the total. Their last game they played, they held, I do think it was Toledo to 59 points, if I'm not mistaken. I think defense is going to be all over the court for Kent at home. I'm going to take the under. I think it's around 137 and a half. Make sure you shop around because there was a 138 earlier. And if Carter does play, this total will be shot up, and I still think the under is a good bet, even if he does play.
All right, for my free play, I'm going to tip on up to the Horizon League. I actually typed this game up, was going to use it as a premium play, and then at the last minute, backed off. I still like the play. I wouldn't release a free play that I didn't enjoy, but I'm going to wait and have a little bigger card tomorrow. I like Fort Wayne over University of Wisconsin Green Bay. Fort Wayne has very quietly been playing some very, very good basketball. They've won 10 out of 12 games. The Horizon League is a bear this year, man. There are 5 teams that I think realistically could win that automatic bid and give somebody a lot of problems in the NCAA tournament. Fort Wayne hasn't been great on the road, and through kind of a quirk of their schedule, they've played 5 straight home games and 10 of 12 at home. You really don't see that very often. So normally I'd be worried about them going on the road for the first time in weeks, but they're playing Green Bay, one of the youngest teams in college basketball, one of the worst teams in college basketball. 9 of their last 11 losses have been by 7 points or more. When Green Bay loses, they don't lose close. They usually get run out of the gym. That's kind of what I think is going to happen tonight. Fort Wayne, get it done. So that's it for today. He's Raphael Esparza. I'm Robert Ferringo. Be sure to check out our Saturday college basketball free play video. In the meantime, carpe diem. Good luck.